Okay, thank you everyone for coming here this morning on an early morning. We'll go ahead and bring up our head men's golf coach, Jay Sewell, at this time. Coach Sewell.
Thank you. What a great day for the University of Alabama, and especially our golf program. Excited. Thank you for being here. First, our athletic director, Greg Byrne, who has been tremendous in this all week. Really appreciate him and his leadership in all we do. The Dunlap family, Jim and Charlene, I'll call you that right now, not Jim, Mr. and Miss Dunlap, and his friends, and Hunter, a former player, and then our players, of course, who are here. And most of them are not here, not because of any other reason. They have class, and we still go to class here, by the way, if you want to know that. And so they are streaming it on their phones in the class, so they might as well should have been here. But that being said, we're glad you're here. It's an exciting day. It's a proud day for me as a coach and of our program. My assistant coach also, Forrest Schultz, who's here also. And Sunday was a surreal day. It was an incredible day, and that's why we're here. It's historic, and I was honored that I got to be there. What an incredible day. And as I told our team on our team meeting on Tuesday when Nick came back, and there's two things that day that made me very, to watch him do what he did. As a coach, you get to see the insides of a young man, and all of these young men as they try to chase their dreams. Their doubts, the things they work on, and all of those things, mental and physical, he had to go through all day on Sunday, and it was a joy to watch him go through them. And then to handle them in such a way, and then to win, of course, was amazing. And as I told him this, I didn't know I was going to be on TV. That was just pure joy, celebration for him. I tried to get off on my own and do that, and I told him that this morning. I knew what that victory meant before it even happened. I know what this day probably will hold. We'll find out from Nick in a minute. But that's how excited I was for him, because I've known him since he was 10 years old when he came to golf camp. And I've known his dreams, and I'm honored that he gave us the opportunity to coach him and all, and to see him realize his dreams on that last hole is why we coach. Then the second thing I learned is, I don't know, we tried as hard as we could in a quick moment to get our team there. We could not. And so the van video, if any of you've seen it, to me also is why I'm a proud coach. College athletics, there's still a purity, especially in college golf, in a brotherhood. And I know that we had his teammates love him. That was pure, just joy and friendship and just adoration for their teammate. And there's no jealousy that I wish I would have, why won't he, or whatever. And so as a coach, our program is in a great place. And so Sunday had a lot of things happen. Mostly Nick winning, and that's why we're here today. I'm excited to give him this stage and tell you what he would like to do for the rest of his life. And I'll move out of the way, and I want to introduce Nick. Come on up, Nick Dunlap.
Oh, boy. First off, thank you all for being here. I know it's a little short notice, and it's been a hectic past couple of days, but thank you for being here. First off, I just want to say that choosing the University of Alabama is by far the greatest decision I've ever made. I've grown as a person, as a player. When Coach Sewell first recruited me, by the way, first coach to ever recruit me, and I was a little shit, not gonna lie. But I've learned a lot, and I'm very grateful for my time here, and A.D. Byrne and the University of Alabama, and couldn't be happier with where I decided to come. And but first off, my parents, they've through all the ups and downs, they've always been there. Whether that's driving through the night to see me play golf, or getting up early and kind of first starting to understand how expensive golf is. So thank you. And as I mentioned, Coach Sewell, but we've been through a lot, and I didn't want to play for anybody else, and I'm glad I made the decision to play for him, and hopefully I've represented Alabama golf well. But and to my teammates and the people that are watching, Love you guys, and being your teammate has been a blast for me. To all my friends and family and Izzy, the support I got, from the people that flew out and from the people that were here watching, thank you. Gosh dang, didn't think I was gonna cry. From TaylorMade and Adidas, from two companies that have supported me from the very beginning, with Corey being here. Our relationships go way past just what you see on the outside. There's some cool stuff that goes behind the scenes, and they've been there for a lot of my cool moments and a lot of bad ones too. And Corey, I appreciate you being here. And look forward to working with you guys in the future. To Scott Simpson, a little behind the scenes guy, helps me with a lot of my law stuff, and looks after me for however long he's known me for quite some time as well. And Brian back there, my swing instructor, got to thank him for dealing with all my messed up problems. And where's Hunter at? Quiet Hunter. Can truly say that you were probably the only guy in the bag last week that I could have done that with. I needed his demeanor, and what he gave me out there was really special, and I'm happy to share that with you. To another guy behind the scenes, but Brett. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. To Brett McCabe. He's got to sort out all the demons in my head, and definitely doesn't get enough credit, for sure. And thank you. You know everything you've done for me, and I really appreciate that. And to Coach Sewell, made one promise to me coming here, and that's to, for those that didn't know, I had a wrist injury. This lasted for a little while, and he promised me that that would get fixed. And for Clark to be here and to help me through those injuries. And actually, I have two funny stories, but one Hunter actually got the bad end of, but busted my eardrum about 3 days before SEC's last year, and Clark's the one that had to deal with that. And while the team flew on a private jet to Sea Island, Hunter had to drive me 8 hours, so couldn't fly in an airplane, but later found out that I was able to. And a little behind the scenes, a couple people do know, but I was actually at this past USAM, I was at Dave & Buster's, and there's a little clown game where clowns pop up and you throw a ball at it. And I was at Corey was there and a couple other people, but I got done and literally couldn't pick up my shoulder, couldn't raise my arm, and called Clark, and immediately it's like, man, what'd you do now? And he did whatever he did, all his crap that I had with me, and I was after the quarterfinals and came out in the semis and couldn't feel a thing. So thank you. Not a lot of people know that, but I seriously don't know if I'd have been able to continue to play through that. And to GSC and Kev for dealing with everything that a lot of people don't see, and putting up with people that I don't have to put up with. He does a lot of work for me, and I can't thank him enough. He's supported me from the very beginning, before I think agents were allowed to follow. Kev was watching me, and I just want to thank him and again, looking forward to going on this journey with Kev. But hopefully, I apologize if I'm missing anybody. But I truly do have the best team, and I'm very grateful to say that, and I mean that wholeheartedly. But at this time, I do want to announce that I am turning professional. I'm accepting my PGA Tour membership, and I'm going to debut at the Pebble Beach AT&T Pro-Am. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. At this time, we'll go ahead and take questions for Nick only. Just raise your hand if you have a question. Bring the mic over. Let's start in the back of the room on the right. We got a mic coming your way, Ryan.
Nick, congratulations. For someone I'm sure that's been playing golf and dream of this your whole life, did you think it would be at this age, at this time? Is that the dream? I mean, I know you've been in big tournaments to get to this point, but to be this age and to be able to do this in front of college teammates is pretty cool.
No, I had no idea. It's crazy. Hunter and Kev mentioned it. It's a week today that the first round started, and a week ago, if you'd have told me that I had the opportunity to live out my dream as a 20-year-old, it's pretty surreal, but it's also scary. There's a lot of changes, and Coach Sewell has been gracious enough. I'm going to continue to live here and hang out with the guys and at least live out some of my college life for the rest of this year. But I'd like to keep that the same moving forward. But no, it's an incredible opportunity, and I'm very grateful for it.
Left side of the room here.
Nick, you mentioned it's been a pretty chaotic time over the last few days. I just was wondering when you found the clarity to make this decision, and with whom you sort of found the clarity.
Well, I had said it in some interviews there. There's a lot of people that this affected, and one of the reasons I wanted to back out of Farmers was to come back and talk with Coach and my family and my teammates. It was, and I had told them they were the, what's up, Grizz? They were the first people that I had told on Tuesday, but it was the easiest, hardest decision I've ever had to make by far. It was clear that I did want to play professional golf, and it was a golden opportunity to do that with what the PGA Tour has provided. But telling them was the hardest thing, that I was leaving mid-year and I wasn't going to get to play, the rest of the season out with them. Obviously, I didn't plan on that. They didn't plan on that, and it's just, unfortunately, it's part of life. But like I said, I was given a really cool opportunity, and I wanted to try to chase that.
Down the left side here, Chase.
Nick, who did you lean on the most to help you make this decision?
My family and Coach Sewell, Brett. Everybody. Everybody had a say, and I was, very fortunate that everybody kind of had the same opinion about it. And my teammates were awesome about it. They're very supportive, and I think that kind of goes back to the family that Alabama has. And like I said, they were very supportive and wanted me to chase my dream.
Standing up in the back left of the room there.
Nick, congratulations. When you're mentioning the likes of Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, in terms of what they've accomplished early in their careers, how much does that motivate you yourself to want to go be great?
A lot, just because that's, who I grew up watching. And that's who, if you're, grow up playing golf, you always wanted to be like Tiger, be like Phil, and to be compared to them is why, I practiced and work out and do everything that I do, is to be on that level and be under that stage. So to be considered with Tiger and Phil is pretty remarkable, and I know 10 and 11 and 12-year-old me would be pretty happy right now.
Second row on the left, Matthew.
Yeah, Nick, you're from Birmingham. You lived in Huntsville. You're going to school in Tuscaloosa. What's it sort of been like being able to represent the state of Alabama here on the biggest stage?
It's it's really cool. Like I said, I grew up in Birmingham and grew up dreaming about coming to school here and playing golf for Coach Sewell. He's got an incredible reputation for churning out tour players, and played with two just in the tournament last week with Wilson Fur and Justin. So to be able to do that and to represent Alabama and the University of Alabama a little bit moving forward is something that I always hold very close to me, and that's why there's going to be a script A on my bag forever.
Front row, Kirk.
First of all, congratulations, Nick. That was exciting to watch and also interesting. I know golf, the kind of game it is, but it looked like the pros were really kind of cheering you on.
They were. They had and Sam and Justin as well. They're obviously competing, and they're it's a job. They're playing for their living and playing for to win themselves. But kind of the way they treated me and rooted me on, especially the last couple of holes, was really cool. And even throughout the week, the kind of good playing, keep it up, like rooting for you from all the guys was really neat. And they didn't treat me any different because I had an A next to my name, and they treated me like I was one of them, which was really cool and comforting for me.
Hanging up on the right.
Nick, how good does it feel that the next time you win, you'll actually be able to touch the prize money?
Pretty cool. But I mean, even just the opportunity to play there and against those guys was worth the price of admission for me. And if you'd have said, I said it out there, would you take the prize money or win on the PGA Tour? I'd say win on the PGA Tour every time.
Okay, we got time for one or two more questions for Nick. If there are any left. Go to these two right here. Go to the third row. And then Matthew will finish with you.
So looking ahead now, this opens things up quite a bit for you, and you've got some pretty big courses ahead of you on your schedule, Pebble Beach and TPC Sawgrass, for example. What are you most looking forward to, sort of looking ahead the next couple of months, and what courses maybe do you have some familiarity with?
I've played TBC a couple times. I've played it in some junior events, but all of them are new to me, and I think that's something that's really cool. Obviously, Hunter's going to be a big advocate for that. He's had some success at Riviera, and I'll use his word and his insight on that, and I'm looking forward to it. But looking forward to Augusta. I think that'll be experience of a lifetime, and just to play out the schedule that I've been given is going to be. It's going to be really neat, but also the opportunity to kind of pick and choose your schedule as a 20-year-old on the PGA Tour is unbelievable.
Yeah, they're in the front nine of the final round. Nick Saban joined the Golf Channel in a guest appearance. On it, one of the comments he made, he said he believed that you have the right stuff. That's high praise from one of the biggest sport figures of this generation. What's it like having someone like that supporting your journey?
It's pretty cool. I think everybody knows what Coach Saban has done for Alabama and this university, but we get to spend a fair amount of time with him out of the facility, and just the time he takes with us and the guys, and it's really cool because we look at him as an icon, and he is, and to have that come from him is really neat, and he called me after, which was pretty special as well.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.